Uppy, uppy, uppy. It's One Funny Morning. I'm Dana Blizzard, and it's too early in the morning. This is the dumbest show in the whole world.
From Monday
to Friday. Sometimes on Saturdays.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
Dean stinks.
You never know what's gonna happen.
That's your Dateline voice?
I don't know.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It's not a chicken leg. This is a chicken leg.
Look at that manhole cover on my face.
Not a bad rendition of me. Hold on.
We know your brother. We'll give you a ride to school or whatever.
That's called
our
murder
small
in New Jersey.
he was a lot
Like
with his everything.
Oh.
What's outside your Puerta de Clima?
That's Stellan! Yeah!
Smoothie Tuesday, so good for me. Smoothie Tuesday, it's not all I thought it would be. Oh, Smoothie Tuesday couldn't guarantee that Tuesday evening you would still be here with me. Oh, green goddess, can't trust that food. Oh, green goddess, you just smell like somebody's shoes. You were tasteless, not a 10 like peaches and cream. Oh, green goddess won't be making you again. It's time for Uppy, Uppy, Uppy and Smoothie Tuesday with our host, Dina Blizzard. Take it away.
That was Jen again with a killer song for Smoothie Tuesday. And guess what? I'm ready. And guess what? It's not Green Goddess, but it's something like kiwi and ginger and turmeric. And I don't know that I have all those things. All right, so here we go. Good morning, everybody. It's Smoothie Tuesday, and thanks to Jen, we now have a song for Smoothie Tuesday. It's Smoothie Tuesday, and you're gonna poop your pants. All right, so listen, we have a guest coming up at 9 o'clock, so we're gonna make our smoothie. Look how on time I am. I would have been more on time if I knew where the turmeric was. So we don't have that, as far as I know. So maybe it'll show up. Okay, does anybody know how to peel a kiwi? Peeled and sliced. You just peel it like an apple? Is that what we're going with? Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Judy. You don't wash it, right? I've never. Okay. Okay. You just like an apple? Until somebody says otherwise. Okay. Sometimes I wish Diana was here to just do things. You know how I have to carry voila. So on time. I cut it in half and scoop it out. Cut in half and scoop the spoon. Okay, well, that's not what we did, so. Okay. Did you know you could peel a kiwi? You're in a tank top, I'm in a flannel. Today's gym day, so that's what it looks like. Okay. Well, okay, good morning. That one seems pretty green. Is it not supposed to be green? Just like an apple. My son eats the whole kiwi. Okay, well, this is who we are. Okay, this last part doesn't want to come off. Okay. All right. Is that it? Have you never peeled a kiwi? No. We're on time. Who are we? I always peel on burgers and can watch somebody eat it like an apple with the skin on. Okay, well, this is it. Peeling works fine. I can't find a ripe kiwi though. I know. I was going to use turmeric because I think it is a great little thing. Peeled and sliced. Okay. Okay, girl. Okay. Boom. All right, now an avocado. Oh, wait. 1.5 teaspoons of ginger. Girl, you're never going to guess I got ginger. 1.5 teaspoons of ginger. Now, here's what I did. Fresh, peeled, and grated. Girl, look. I found it in the store. I'm not so sure about this. Why do we do this? Ginger gives me a headache. Oh, well, now you tell me. This one's got hair in it. Is that extra protein? I don't think this is going to be good. You're naming a lot of stuff. It's so yummy. Don't make that face. Okay. Okay. All right, let's get to this avocado. And you should see me picking this avocado out. Can you just go to the, oh yes, this is the color. It's a little sneak peek. A little sneak peek. It's not done yet. Okay. So Jason and I go to pick up this avocado the other day, and there's like a bucket, just a bucket of avocados. So I go over, I just pick one up. He was like, "What are you doing?" And I go, "Picking up an avocado." Because Tina, you picked up the brightest avocado, and I was like, "Okay." He was like, "That's not what you do. You have to find the darkest one." Too dark. Okay. All right. Is that fine? Do I cut that part out? Oh, wait. I don't want to mess this up. See, it was too dark. Does anything good go in it? No, Kelly. Do you eat this? Cut around it. Let's talk about it before I do it. This is either going to totally fix my belly or I'm going to poop my pants. It took two of us to pick out. You can eat it, but I cut it out. That's fine. I would use it. I just love avocados. It's fine. You can eat it. Eat it. Lisa just goes, eat it. And don't eat the brown part. I cut around it because I'm picky. You can eat it. You can eat it, but I'd cut it out. I feel like all those years of playing Operation are finally paying off. Just going to take the top. Oh, no, goes to the bottom. Okay. You know, let's just take the bottom. Okay. You know what? I knew that Operation game was going to pay off one day. It's today. What was that? Did you hear it? Are you going to the gym? I know. I'm literally going to poop my pants. All right, that worked. All right, so we're just going to do, and it's fine because my stomach, remember the last time we made something with an avocado? I know, it's fine. I can do it with the knife. I'm fancy. And then I literally didn't leave the bathroom for the full day because of my stomach, because I don't have a gallbladder. Okay, you know what? That's fine. Okay, pitted and peeled. Okay. Coconut water, something else I don't eat. You guys, I don't think this is good. I know, Linda. Okay. 3/4 cup of coconut water. And you should have seen us in the store trying to find coconut water. Clearly, we do not eat well. Because we were like, where are these ingredients? Okay, here we go. 3/4 cup of coconut water. Would anybody eat this? Does this sound appealing to some of you? Because it does not sound appealing. I don't think I've ever had coconut water. I told her she's in for a big surprise. 1/2 teaspoon of lime juice. Okay. And then we're going to add some crushed ice. I love Coast, and yes, I would. Okay, so all the time, it's a staple. Really? Well, the problem is, if I get sick from this, I won't know which of these ingredients made me sick. The flowers are not from my garden. They're from my friend Tracy. Her and Missy came by last week. It feels like something's missing from this, doesn't it? Where's the yogurt or the fruit? Let's just go over this again to make sure. 1 kiwi, ginger. I didn't have turmeric, avocado, coconut water, lime juice. Kiwis contain the enzyme actinidin, which may reduce bloating. Girl, I got that. All right, well, let me show you with the pictures this looks like, and I'll show you what we did. Nothing really sweet there. You're not going to like it. Okay. I think my kiwi was small. It's very pale. It would have been so good with a chopped green apple. Oh, we didn't add the collagen. I don't know if I can. Brian, I think there's a lot in here already. All right, here we go. My smoothies are always too thick to drink, and I like to eat it like ice cream. Okay. This one ain't gonna rate very well. I would add some more water. I don't know. Oh, it's a taste parade in your mouth. Hold on. I've never said that before. You know how people are like, I taste nodes of this. And I'm like, I don't know what a node is. I think I know. Okay, let's take it easy. Let's give it a minute. All of a sudden, the morning show turned into an episode of Fear Factor. You know what? I don't hate it. It's, Shakendra, you know I'll tell you the truth. My face will tell you. I wonder. I thought I had turmeric. I don't hate it. On a scale of 1 to 10. All right. Well, we all know peach smoothie is a 10. Strawberry smoothie, 10. It's because it's filled with sugar. It doesn't taste. It doesn't have a strong taste. It tastes like almost like lemon. Okay, something got. There's something's in the bag. Something's right here. That's the ginger. You know, but parade went off the. Okay. 6. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 Mm-hmm. Okay. No, it's okay again. It's okay again. It's a surprise. It's a surprise. Uh-huh. Something. Mm-hmm. It's scary in my mouth. Is that what your niece used to say? It was the ginger. Yeah, it caught me right here. Okay. It's not bad. You know what? Considering it has, if the turmeric was in here, it would actually be really good for me. It has turmeric. I don't know what ginger does. Apparently, kiwi will help with bloating. I'm so bloated. Yeah. Yeah. No, listen, besides that, I'm going to give it. All right, let me do it like this. Let's have two numbers, okay? There is how does it taste? And would I drink it again because it's good for me? How does it taste? It's like it doesn't really taste like oh, it's stuck in the back of my throat. It doesn't. Let's add another aftertaste. Three rankings. Taste. It's like a 4 for taste. Good for you. I can feel it. Other than in the back. Mm-hmm. It's good for you. Yeah, I should be eating turmeric because I got the bad joints. Then this would be like a 7. Like you should be eating it. Yeah. When the cat makes those noises, I jump out of bed. The system is getting very complex. You know? Yeah. It's different. Mm-hmm. I think it's the ginger. Have never had ginger. You know how people eat it with at Chinese restaurants? Yeah, I've never had ginger. Or probably a kiwi like this. I mean, I've had kiwi. Mm-hmm. And I've had turmeric, and I do try to eat it, which is why I thought we had some, but I don't see it. So, yeah. 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 Okay. We tried something different. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Would I make it again? Am I sick? Do I have a long-term illness? Yeah, no, I looked in my spices, Shakendra, and I don't see it. So I don't know. What's in it? Came in late. Well, Tanya. Kiwi, ginger, turmeric, which we didn't have, avocado, coconut water, lime juice. And I would say it definitely has an aftertaste. Ginger and turmeric are like the best, said Malene. We're just gonna let that sit and maybe just rub my belly. We're just massaging it in. Just moving it through. Do you call this your hairball smoothie? Maybe. I think that was the ginger. Honestly. Let's just move it through. Listen, we're going to be on with Katie in a minute. She's going to be like, are you okay? I'm fine. can we finish this interview from the bathroom? Missy, you missed a lot. Okay, so last night, Missy, were you so confused? Last night, we're doing Ugly Monday. And I usually just hop on, hey, it's Ugly Monday. And somebody says, I don't know what we were talking about falling. Like, do you ever, like, there's an embarrassment to falling when other people are around, but at least they'll help you. They'll be like, oh my gosh, are you okay? But when you fall by yourself, it's pitiful. It's pitiful. Because you just lay there, you're like, I could die here. I don't know what we're talking about. And somebody says, is Missy okay? And I said, what? She goes, from her fall. And I said, Missy fell? And then I was so confused. I said, did Missy fall? Because in my mind, if Missy fell and was on the ground, I feel like I'd be on the short list. She would call me and she'd be like, bitch, I'm on the floor. And she didn't. And I thought, well, maybe she fell so hard that she hasn't contacted anybody, but how would the internet? And I was just confused. So very quickly, I text Missy last night around 9:30. And I was like, this bitch is so confused. And I said, did you fall? And then somebody said, no, this was from her fall a couple months ago. Remember, at the Ring doorbell, they was just bringing it up from before. Well, now at 9:28, I randomly text Missy, did you fall? Which is just a weird thing to text somebody. But I was only going off of basically what she said. So I write, do you fall? Listen, you just randomly today pick somebody in your phone and just text them, did you fall? You will confuse the crap out of them. They'll be like, oh my God, did I fall? Did I fall? I don't think I fell. Confuse the crap out of her, right? So then I write back, never mind. And then I thought, she's gonna be like, did you fall? Never mind. I was like, that probably made it worse. She said, I even looked around to see if I was missing. Like, did I fall? Jeremy, did I fall today? So then I wrote, never mind. And then I thought, well, that's going to confuse her. So then I wrote, you didn't. Just in case. Just in case she was asking around. Did I fall? So I answered her and I said, you didn't. And then she wrote a whole bunch of question marks. And then I wrote, you're fine. So this was our text chain. Did you fall? Never mind. You did it. You're fine. And I was like, that might be the meanest thing I've ever done to anybody at 9:28. The ultimate gaslighting. I was gaslighting just all Missy all the time. But it was so funny. I was like, could you imagine laying in bed and you're having a fine night? And then somebody texts you and says, did you fall? Did I? Listen, because let me just put it this way. There are plenty of times that I've had to call Missy and tell her something. You have to know I had a gummy at 9:15. Maybe you did fall. And you're like, oh, I shouldn't have taken that gummy. Jeremy, did I fall? Dina seems to know stuff. It was so funny. I was cracking up. That's what you do. When one of your friends says they're going to start taking gummies, immediately say, make sure you tell me when you take a gummy. And then 15 minutes after the gummy, write to them and be like, did you fall? And then just let the games begin. It was completely off the cuff, but I literally couldn't stop laughing last night. And I was like, Missy must be so confused right now. But I like her that way. Put a little spice in her life. Yeah. Yeah. Now that you mention it, I do feel a little sore. That's what you should do to people. It was so funny. And I didn't think to do that on purpose, but after it was done, I felt great about it. Oh, who am I calling? I'm calling somebody. Am I calling you, Missy? Hold on. It really seems like I'm dialing someone. Who did I call? Oh. Yep, I just tried to FaceTime her. She's gonna be like, lose my number. I just called her with my underarm. Okay. Okay. Yep. So that's what I like to do to Missy. I like to torture her and then call her in the morning. She just needs to walk on flat ground. Listen, we all saw the video. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I did with my armpit. It's a great day. It is just torture Missy day. All right, hold on. Let me shut this. You guys aren't supposed to see this open. This is the printer and it's hidden. I don't feel so good. My belly's got other plans. You just tried to FaceTime me, and now I'm laughing really hard. That was the short version of the tour of the house. Yeah. Listen, one day you're going to see stuff. It's just not ready yet. It's not ready. So listen, we're going to see how this goes and see how long my stomach can hold out. Here's something I learned today. Don't make a ginger kiwi turmeric smoothie right before you have a guest on, because they're going to be like, do you feel okay? You look a little peaked. No, I'm fine. We're going to have to cut this short. We're going to have to do it from the bathroom. Yeah, no, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. But I'm super excited to bring our next guest on, because I was doing my research on her and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And I can't wait to tell her and you about it. So let me introduce you. This is another one of our comedians that'll be with me in Vail in just a few weeks, and you're going to love her. Katie Hannigan is a stand-up comic, actor, and writer. Her stand-up has been featured on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Comedy Central, Just for Laughs, New Faces, and The Late Late Show with James Cordon and MTV. Her debut album, Feeling of Emptiness, was named 10 Best of 2022 by Interrobang. And Katie is a member of SAG AFTRA and has appeared in That Damn Michael Chi, Succession. She was in Succession, so good. PBSkids, commercials for Subways, Cheezits, Mabelline, Home Depot, and many indie films and sketches. Her writing credits include the original series Death Hacks, starring Thomas Middleditch and Kristen Schall. And she hosts the popular podcast Lady Journey with comedian Sarah Tolamach. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but we're going to find out, because she's going to be joining us in Tipsy Tuesday in a few weeks. And they both will be appearing at the Vail Comedy Festival this Memorial Day weekend with me. So we're super excited to have her. Please welcome Katie to the show. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Dina. How are you?
Good. Now, are you LA based?
No, I'm in New York. I'm an East Coast lady. Yeah, like yourself.
Awesome. That's so awesome. So I'm cracking up. So I was going through all your stuff, reading all about you, and I'm on your Instagram, and I saw you were talking about being married, and I was like, oh, that's nice. She's married. And then all of a sudden, I see Mike Vecchione show up on your feed, and I'm like, wait a minute. Are you married to Mike Vecchione?
Yes, we actually just got married March 29th. So we're newlyweds. We're newlyweds. He's just in the other room. I can hear him making himself a little smoothie in there.
Oh, Mike, I hope it's not a kiwi turmeric smoothie with avocado, because I don't feel good.
Yeah, you got to watch out. The kiwi is very strong. You don't think that it's so strong.
Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot. So that's so funny. So Mike, I don't know if Mike was a Philly comic ever, or if
he was. He went to Penn State, and then after college moved to Philadelphia, and he started stand up there.
Got it. I was going to say, because I know I used to see him in New York, but I feel like he started down here. So I knew him eons ago. That's so funny, but a smaller world. And then I saw Liz Glazer was just on your show. Love Liz Glazer. She's the best. So,
yes. We're so excited to be at the Veil Festival with you. And we're doing some live Lady Journey podcasts at the Veil Festival. And we want to have you on.
Awesome. I would love that.
Yeah, so that'll be for business for later.
For later. So everybody wants to meet you. Enough about Mike. So tell everybody, like, when did you get started? Like, how did your journey to comedy begin?
Well, I was always a theater kid. I loved to do plays with my local community theater when I was growing up. And when I was in high school, I started doing improv. So I did a lot of comedy, sports, and short form. I studied theater in college. I also did Second City as well. I'm from Indianapolis originally, so I would go to Chicago in the summer to do the Second City. And then I moved here to New York in 2008. Not to date myself, but I was doing theater here, experimental theater, student films, and then I started doing stand-up here in about beginning of 2010.
And so how old were you then? Were you like mid-20s when you started?
Early 20s, very early, yes.
Early 20s. So two of my kids are in Brooklyn, and my daughter is 20 when she started doing stand-up. And so she's going to be 23, and my son is 26. So I think I didn't start till 30. So I love that everybody, when they start so early and can kind of get their feet wet and all things. So that's awesome. So, and so how did I guess you and Mike just met through stand-up then?
We did. We met, actually, we have kind of a little funny love story because Mike tried to ask me out through a friend of mine at the time, my roommate, who was a comic. This is in like 2012, 13, a really long time ago. And, I didn't know who he was. And I was just like, all I heard was, male comedian. And I was like, oh my God, like, I don't have any interest in that. And so she shut it down. And then I didn't know him, but I got to know him through watching him on stage and, just seeing him around. And then I got a little crush on him, but then he had a girlfriend, and then I had a boyfriend, and then he had a girlfriend, and then I had a boyfriend. And then finally one summer we were both single. And so we made it happen. I made it happen. I was trying to flirt with him. He had no idea because he thought, it's been a rejection all those years ago and he didn't want to be creepy, so I'm like, oh, I had him on my show. Oh, would you like to like stay for a drink? He's like, no, what's going on? And so finally I had to have my friend, just tell him point blank, like, there's an interest, hello, as you have to do sometimes.
That's so funny. So did you have like a hard and fast, I won't date guy comedians rule? Like, had you dated any other comics?
I had, and I was just, I had really actually tried to dip my toe into I wanted to date a professional guy. I wanted to date like a lawyer or like some kind of guy with a real world job or like a doctor or something. And I would go on dates with those guys and I would just be like, oh my gosh, I can't, lawyers are so boring. No offense, but it's like, and they think that they're really interesting. They'll be like, oh my gosh, I did the craziest thing. I went to a music show. And you're like, what? So I realized I was like, I'm not going to fit into that world. I don't think so.
No, I totally get it. But I actually find it so funny. So I was married for 24 years, divorced, and then started dating. And in my mind, I was like, I don't think I would. And I saw a ton of comedians, Katie, on dating apps. And I was like,
oh my gosh. Yeah.
I'm good here. So yeah, it was very funny, but mine has like a normal job, and it's just funny because it's hard to explain it to normal people. You're like, well, I'm going to be away for 3 weeks, so I won't be
right.
So it is funny. But his job is like so serious that it just makes me laugh. Just how different. He's like, oh, I was in New York and blah, blah, blah. And I was in Fifth Avenue and blah, blah. And I'm like, I was at a dirty club in Pennsylvania where someone was going to shank me on the way out.
Yeah.
Same. So, so both you and Sarah are going to be there. So this is your podcast partner. How did that come about?
Well, Sarah and I have just known each other for years. We actually both moved to New York in 2008. So I had known her pretty much the whole time I was doing stand-up. And she and I both lived in Astoria, Queens. Neither of us live there anymore, but we lived there during the pandemic. So we kind of we were already, pretty friendly, but during the pandemic, we had a lot of little, let's meet up and go for a walk, that kind of thing. And I had been wanting to start a podcast, really about anything. I wasn't sure, but Sarah gave us, we have a really fun concept that we kind of came up with together where we love mundane, we love digging into like, oh my gosh, I got a new storage container for my dry goods. And we do it in a way that's, we're ironic, but it's a self-awareness, but it's also fully genuine. The excitement that I have when I have a new, organizer, or like when I'm into a new color, so that's the vibe of Lady Journey.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Similar here. No one's changing lives here. For sure. So we're much the same. And how do you say Sarah's last name so I don't mess it up when she's home?
It's Talamash. Yeah.
Talamash. All right. And so your credits are fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
You were on Succession. What was that like?
Oh, well, I just had a little teeny tiny part. I was a reporter. There's so many reporters. I was a reporter in the last season when it was close to the end, the episode where they set fire to the polling site. Okay. And it's like burning down. Sorry, spoilers if anyone's seen it, but I was reporting on the fire, and it was actually, I went to school for theater and I've done lots of, work on set, but this was really, really challenging because it was raining outside. So we're shooting all outside on a giant green screen because she's supposed to be standing in front of the fire, and they had a real police car, and they wanted the lights to be flashing on my face. So it was like, performing with a strobe light flashing on my eyes. And that was really challenging. I was like, they always tell you, like, when you get on set, you have to, you need to prepare it and go with the flow. And it's like, you never think that you're going to be like reciting a monologue that you got the night before while someone is just shining a light into your retinas. So, but it was a very cool experience. And, I saw all of the cast from the holding. I didn't have a scene with any of them, but I was over there eating the snacks. I could overhear their conversation. Very thrilling, very thrilling.
I'm going to say, is it weird you're not allowed to go and be like, hi, I'm Katie? You can't.
Oh, I think you can. I just never would, because it's like, they're right there. You could go up and be like, oh, hi. But I think it's kind of like an unspoken thing where it's like, you need to be respectful, and, you don't want to be like, gross. Hi, can I have your number?
You want to be on my podcast?
Right.
So funny. And so which would you say is your true love? Is it the acting part? Is it the stand-up? Which one do you like love?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I've never really been able to commit to anything. I'm really committed to doing stand-up right now, just because the way the industry is, there's so little acting work now because there's been such a shift to people doing stuff. A lot of people are getting auditions now based on like their social media, so it's kind of the whole market has shifted. So I've been really focusing just kind of on my own stand up and on my own writing. Just for now, but I do love acting, and if I book something, I will. I did an independent film last fall, which was exciting and fun. It's also exciting and fun to drop everything and be like, I'm focusing on this. I don't have to do any of my other obligations. But right now, I'm really just kind of locking into stand up, and I love writing funny things. So
yeah. Now, have you and Mike collaborated on things yet?
We do. We did a sketch series in, I guess it was the year before last, maybe it was 2023. We did a sketch series. We did 31-minute sketches and we just posted them on our social media. And it was really fun. And we want to do something like that again. But we just haven't found the time.
Yeah.
We enjoy collaborating together, but it's also kind of, it's just challenging like anything else where it's like, okay, now there's additional scheduling and, making time. And I think that's why like stand-ups are very good at working alone. And that's why we do it, and when you throw another person in there, it's a mess.
And how do you guys, I think like you were saying earlier is that the schedule of a comic is just so crazy. Like how well are you two able to mend? Because now you have two schedules that are so crazy. And, now that you're married, like, do you have to like plan like that time together? Because if not, you'll never.
I wish we were better at doing it. Mike really travels a lot. I feel like he'll just be gone, right after our wedding, he was gone for 2 weeks going all over Europe. And I don't mind when he's gone because it's good for me to have the time to work and to see my friends. And, but towards the end, it does start to feel like, I'm kind of on a like desert island, He comes back. I'm like, hello, haven't heard the sound of my own voice.
Yeah.
So, but it's nice. He's been back for a while now and he's getting ready to go back out again. And I like for him to be gone like for 3 days. That's the perfect for me where it's like a little me time. Oh, now I can miss him. And he's,
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's those long stretches where you're just like, it's too long. You should come home.
Long. Yeah.
And so now will you be anywhere between now and when we are in Vail together? Can people find you?
I have some private events that I'm doing. I'm going to be performing in a condo in Long Island, which I'm very excited about. Mm-hmm. And then I'm also going to be doing a fundraiser in Hillsborough, New Jersey. So those are my dates before Vail. But yeah, Vail is my next big gig that I'm preparing for. I think I'm going to be selling some of my merch. I do have lip glosses that I'm selling, some lip balms that I've had made from a very wonderful girl actually in Pennsylvania.
Really?
So, yeah.
First person I've ever heard has merch that's lip gloss.
Oh, this one I've been carrying in my bag for ages. They last, but they're all natural. I have a girl, she's a mom. She makes them for me. They're in like the cardboard tube, so they're eco-friendly and it's just like great for the lip.
I love that. And have you been to Vail before? This is my first time.
I have been to Vail and I've been to Colorado many, many times. And for me, it is always tough because of the elevation. I'm a delicate soul and it's taken me years to come to terms with that. But for me, I do get the elevation wrecks me. I get the stomach issues. I have the trouble sleeping. I have the headaches. So I start loading water. I eat a ton of carbs while I'm there. I don't drink. I take it easy. So I think that's the only thing you can do.
Yeah. Cool. Now, is Mike coming with you to Vail?
Oh, no. I don't know. God knows where he'll be. Here, on the road. He could be anywhere. I don't know his schedule, but it'll just be me and Sarah having a girls' weekend. And this will be Sarah's first weekend that she's performing without her little baby. So it's going to be exciting for her.
Cool. That'll be fun to learn about with Sarah. Well, good. Well, I can't wait. So I think Michelle posted your info. So you can find Katie at katiehannigan.com and on her Instagram. What's your Instagram, Katie?
It's at Katie Hannigan Forever.
There we go. So thank you so much for joining us. It was such a pleasure meeting you. I feel like it was inevitable. I feel like we know a ton of the same people. So I'm glad to have finally met you and follow you and look forward to meeting you and Sarah.
Yes, absolutely. Well, have a great day, Dina. Thank you so much.
Katie, I'll see you.
Bye-bye.
So many fun people. And I can't wait to meet Sarah. And Katie has such great energy. It'll be so fun to be out there. So if you get a chance, make sure you follow her. On Instagram, she's got some fun things, and it's always great when you're following somebody that's just like got married or had a baby, and you just get to hear all those fun stories. And you're like, oh, I remember the days when I was a youngin'. All of the fun things. And I love hearing people's stories. And you don't hear very many comedians that are married. I know a handful. I mean, Jeremy and Missy, obviously. And there's a couple of other great couples. So it's always nice to hear that. And I think there's some wonderful things about being married to a comic. And I said, some other things that would be really hard. So it's nice to hear people are doing it so well. So that was great. So yeah, tonight we have 2 other comedians joining us for Tipsy Tuesday. So it's going to be jam-packed with, he has his own bourbon. Jim Gaffigan has his own bourbon. I'm so jealous. Yep. Al and Bernadette are another one. And, Carrie Louise, Tom Cotter is another one. And so yeah, there's a lot of great couples out there. So that's that. So I think Travis is on tonight and one other comic. I've got to look up who that is. Oh, just Travis tonight, said Michelle. Okay. So my belly is saying a lot of stuff. And I know so many female comics, which I love. And it's so different than when I started. There was just a handful. So it's nice to see all these youngins. I love it. So that's happening. Today is gym day. I have to say, there's a little peak of sun coming through behind me, and it's not enough. I don't know about the rest of you, but it's this weather's killing me. So, and I think we've made our good behavior this morning. Can't make any promises for tonight. Yeah, I know. All right. Well, listen, I know it's only 9:19, but my belly says it's 9:30. So I'm going to go. I'm going to drink some of this water and maybe make a mad dash for the bathroom. And this might be how Smoothie Tuesday goes every Tuesday. I don't know if I have to eat smoothies every day, so this doesn't happen. But I know I won't even know what it was. Was it the ginger? Was it I'm surprised she mentioned social media getting auditions. Yeah, no, it's a big thing. It's a big thing for sure. It's changing everything. Tomorrow we have Travis Nye, the magician. So, I can't wait. And guess what? I'm not going to have a smoothie tomorrow, so I can make the whole show. It's going to be great. All right. So that's it, everybody. We had a great smoothie song this morning, which was fantastic. So like Judy from Saskatoon and Good Time Andrea say, eat a smoothie and your pooper will work better. Judy says that all the time. She texts me that sometimes. And I said, thanks, Judy. Please stop texting me that. And she said, no. So that's it. So have a great day and a blessed day, everybody. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you tonight for Tipsy Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more OneFunnyMother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on One Funny